He's talking to me like he knew me. I was like, I gotta go. I ain't want to see him groove. Like, I was like, keep some like Instagram, like follow me. Like they let me follow me, they I know, that's crazy that we're in that picture together. Like 70 people sitting down, we'll look like 40 minutes. I feel like 75% of people got so long. I never seen none of that back. Maybe Starbucks can't be that back. Oh, Starbucks? That's not Starbucks. Maybe like 9 people. Wow. Not yet. Wait, so you guys, like, did you start coming to this time?
But that was like I brought him here after I started.
Welcome, my friends. How y'all doing this evening? Thank y'all for getting here. Clap it up for yourselves. Y'all beat the storm. Having our first blizzard tomorrow. Y'all finally made it. So tonight, you're going to enjoy some stand-up comedy. And then tomorrow, going into Martin Luther King's birthday, a lot of y'all going to be fucking. Because you don't got to work the next day. I'm going to be fucking my girl, too. That's what you're supposed to do. When you don't got to work the next day and it's snowing outside, you're fucking, you know. Some of you, you're masturbating because you're by yourself. He's masturbating. Single guys. If I was single, maybe, you know what I mean? You got to be quiet about those kind of things. My girl's right over there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I did. Yeah, literally brought it up, you know what I mean? This is the Nc17 comedy series. I produced this show for comedians that just want to let loose and be wild. I don't know if any of y'all read the Eventbrite, but this is, if you're any Mormons or Jehovah's Witnesses or Catholics, get the fuck out right now, because he's definitely a Mormon, you know what I'm saying? He was watching Primeval America, that new shit on Netflix. That shit was like Malcolm X for him, you know what I'm saying? Because the Mormons, they was fucking crazy in that shit. I didn't know Mormons was so aggressive, Jesus Christ. Beautiful audience, I look real good, but y'all look familiar, you know, it's very, you know, it's somewhat diverse between old and young, you know what I'm saying? Mostly cream with a little bit of pepper here and there, you know. Y'all look like extras from Cheers. Making a way in the world today takes everything you got. You know how you don't know the lyrics, so you mumble? Wouldn't you like to get away? Help me out now. Sometimes you wanna go wherever knows your name. Come on, boom, 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 boom. And you're always glad you came. Boom. You wanna be where people can see. You wanna go where everybody does cocaine. I see most of this audience is under 25. No idea what the fuck I was just singing. It's like, it's the series your dad used to watch, man. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. He's like the 80s. What's that, the 1800s? I don't know what the fuck that is. Shit. Man, it's crazy, man. A lot of things going on Netflix. Y'all watch Squid Game? You watch Squid Game? Squid Game is dope. Squid Game is dope. It's kind of odd to me, though, you know? You know what's weird about Squid Game? Because I've never seen like a series or TV show or movie that had that many Asian people. No karate scenes. Like, how is this possible? This don't make no fucking sense, man. That's like a Quentin Tarantino movie with no N-words. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make it. Everybody enjoying their New Year's? Y'all broke your resolutions yet? You break your resolutions? Yeah. The silence, I can tell. Y'all all was like, yo, I'm about to be sober for the whole month. Then y'all fucked up within the first hour. Look at y'all, man. All y'all had resolutions. Drinking. Y'all all fucking evil, man. Christmas was cool for me. I'm improving my life, you know what I'm saying? For the first time in 15 years, I got myself some new bed sheets. You got to, you know, fella, we don't give a fuck, man. We wearing them sheets till the wheels fall off. We don't give a fuck about. It's these beautiful women that make us get new sheets, especially you. My girlfriend, you see how fine she is, make me get that. I don't care if my sheets is linty and crunchy, as long as they keep me warm. But I got a new lady, so I had to get some new sheets, new linens from the Family Dollar. You know, they don't have the highest of thread counts. You know what I'm saying? They kind of ashy, so you got to make sure you have a pedicure before you get in bed with those Family Dollar sheets. Or your feet gonna be your feet that sound. When I get in bed, it sounds like a ripping paper. I gotta cut my feet. You like an extra from Prison Break right there? That's the extra from Prison Break. We don't know if you're with the Aryans or with the Mexicans or you're a light-skinned black man. We can't tell who that motherfucker is. Evilly handsome, that's what he is. 45 years old, finally got some life insurance. Clap it up for me for getting life insurance. You know, you young motherfuckers, you think you're gonna live forever and shit. Get your life insurance, you young fuck. You're not gonna live forever, you're gonna die. I had to get that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because before I got my life insurance, the only thing I had to leave my family was my PlayStation. And I don't got that many games, so they were no games in debt. That's the only thing I'm leaving my family, man. That shit is crazy, man. We got a new regime about to happen this Monday. Trump is about to take office. I heard some, yeah. And I was like, this is my, she's like, no, I hate Trump. I wish it was Kamala that was in office. But it was Trump, not Kamala. We had to, man. We was like orphans for the past 4 years. We had no president. That motherfucker was dead. It's like Weekend at Bernie's, you know? Weekend at Joe's. You ever see when Biden on stage? That motherfucker's just confused. He's more confused than an Asian tourist. They had to fire him, man, because he did so terrible in that debate. And if y'all don't remember how the debate went, I would do a reenactment. I love doing this shit. This is why they figured out that he was dead in the first place. He was some type of animated corpse. This is how it went. So, Mr. Biden, what are you going to do about health care? We're going to kick health care in the ass. The only thing that needs to be kicked is your son's crack habit. Shut up, Trump. I have a better golf handicap than you do. The only handicap you are is the placard that you put in your car that you crash when you park every day. And he died on stage. That's what happened. So they had to get rid of him, man. This is a dirty show. Before I bring up the first comic, I definitely have to do a traditional or dirty joke. I see there's a lot of younger folks in here. 20 years old, clap it up. Like 20 range. The 20-year-olds, clap it up. 30-year-olds, clap it up. 40-year-olds, clap it up. 50-year-olds. You know you're 60. Shut the fuck up. This motherfucker, he lying his ass off. Somehow that's like your twin brother right there, too. That shit is fucking weird. You're like him without the mustache. You're like your twin brother, but he like loved Burt Reynolds, so he had to grow that mustache to kind of, he's more muscular too, this dude's. He's fucking, I'm gonna have to, baby, I gotta dish you. This motherfucker's handsome and jacked, I gotta. You see those biceps, you know how fast he is? Fuck a Rose, you got his elbows. I was fucking around. But for some reason, like, booty eating has become a very popular pastime. Ass eating. 10 years ago, they came up with this phrase, eat the booty like groceries. You remember that? Eat the booty like groceries. My question is, what type of groceries are we talking about specifically? That's fucking funny as hell. You're not a comic, so I'm stealing that shit. Fuck that. That is going in my juice. Whole Foods. No, like not all groceries taste delicious. You can't be talking about Swiss cheese or Thousand Island or sauerkraut. That shit's disgusting. Unless you put it together on a perfect pastrami Reuben, then it's fucking delicious, man. Hey, listen, I'll make a confession. We're in a dirty room tonight. I'll raise my hand and let every single last one of y'all know I eat the booty, I lick ass, I toss salad. That's right. Clap it up, young man. You be probably like eating the booty so fast. Like, skip it, bop, 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 skip it, skip it, bop, 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 skip it, bop, 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 bop. He's a scat man, literally. If y'all knew what scat meant, it's dookie porn. Jesus Christ. Fucking keep up with me, young people. Y'all watch this shit. But the booty to me, like the vegetable I compare it to, it's like candy yams. You understand what I'm saying? Sweet potatoes. You understand what I'm saying? Soft, sweet, delicious. So whenever I eat the ass, I say I'm going yamming. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. Hashtag going yamming. Hashtag. And my homie's like, ew, how could you eat the ass? It's nasty. But DJ Khaled's little brother, if you eat pussy, it's motherfucker like Myron from Fresh and Fit. Yeah, he do. That's for the young. I know some young, I'm 45, I know some young shit. If you eat pussy, you kind of almost eat ass anyway, because it's mad close. It's like one construction paper thickness between the ass and the pussy distance. So if you're eating ass from the front, and if you're eating ass at all, it's illegal because you're like 13 years old. But if you eat ass from the front, and I ain't talking about you being shy about it, like you're eating some new like pepper soup from Elbow Room, so like, fuck that, you got your skull cap, your diving truck, you hopping in. Jacques Cousteau, Michael Phelps. The bottom half of your face is in the booty hole, you getting candy ears on the bottom. Now, if you eat this from the back, it's like you got like a little crook in your neck, the camel neck. I call this like the submarine, like it's like you're like looking through a submarine periscope. It's like, I'm searching for pleasure. That's a sonar. The top half of your face and your nostrils is in the booty hole. You getting candy ears on the top. Peep the logic, Uncle Cracker. Candy ears on the bottom. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul ass face. Candy ears on the top. What's wrong with a little bit of candy ears in the middle on your tongue? And then a lot of motherfuckers be like, ew, how could you eat the ass? It stinks, and sometimes it be leaking. What? Anorexic Matt Rife, what kind of ass you be eating, man? First of all, if the ass stink, and if the ass is leaking, she don't need to be having sex. She needs to be in the hospital. So eat ass is what I'm saying. All y'all motherfuckers judging me. All y'all motherfuckers judging. You fucking judge me. You with your fucking private eye mustaches judge me. You with your leather jacket. This is like a whole Bang Brothers. It's like a set at Reality Kings. Like when you look at them, the Pornhub music just come on. She knows what that. You laughing too hard. You watch too much porn. But all y'all motherfuckers judging me. All y'all fucking judging me. Y'all all judging me, man. But I know for a fact every single last one of y'all eat fruits and vegetables, don't you? And they use fertilizer to grow fruits and vegetables. And fertilizer come from doo-doo. So ipso facto, y'all eat the asshole. And with that being said, listen, we about to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful comedy time tonight. Give the same energy to all my comedians that you give me, y'all. Wonderful audience, clap it up for yourselves. Y'all did it right before the storm. You're about to laugh tonight, fuck tomorrow. He's jerking off, The rest of y'all was fucking. Coming to the stage, my right-hand man in his comedy shit, Cliff Moolah.
Oh, shit. You ever want to quit your job and sell a bunch of crack? It's a crack selling crowd? All right, that's good. I hate jobs, man. That's one thing I hate about a job is like you work with coworkers. You ever had like a goody two shoes coworker? They seem like too perfect. Like they like fart glitter, like they're that type of people. You ever been talking to a broad, she says she's been with 3 guys in her life, and you believe it? Me neither. Me, that doesn't exist, right? But I work with this chick. She's like the black Topanga, right? She's like a goody two shoes, you know? She don't smoke, she don't drink, lame, right? She doesn't curse, she's married, she got a kid with a high school sweetheart, right? And she's telling me all these goody two shoes stories, and it makes me realize how much I appreciate hoes. Because hoes have better stories. Hoes have better stories, right? There's some hoes in here. I'm not going to point y'all hoes, right? Some of my parents are hoes. You know, whatever, right? But hoes have better stories. Like, you got to do dumb shit when you're young because you got nothing to laugh at when you're old, right? I know I sound like a whole pastor right now, but for real. Because you don't want to hear 2 girls have a conversation like, I was going to fuck Chris, but then I realized open up my legs for Christ instead. You don't want to hear that. He was going to bend me over, but then I read my Bible. Like, no. Want to hear the fucked up things, right? You're gonna judge them, but you're gonna like the story, you know. Clap it up if you ever had a coworker you hate. Everybody, right? Everybody. I always see the women clap it up the most, like the loudest. That's why y'all shouldn't be working. We was doing y'all a favor, right? Right? Hell yeah. I'm a feminist, right? I'm lying. All right. Only beef y'all women should have is on a skillet, right? Yeah. I can say that because I cook. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. Y'all busy working and careers. But nah. Clap it up if you ever been fired. You ain't gotta be ashamed of, right? What's PTO time if you don't use it, right? You gotta use your PTO time, right? That's what it's for, right? For something extremely petty. Oh, you. Or some kind of computers type shit? What was it?
I was supposed to have like a second meeting with a couple for their wedding. I'm a wedding guy. And I just missed the scheduled Zoom call. My boss.
Okay. This is a side note. Are you looking for like a minister? Because I do that too on the side. I'm being dead honest. I'm a hustling ass nigga. You looking for a minister? Oh, I'm dead ass. All right, we'll talk later. All right. Now, honestly, I think I got fired for something pettier than that. I got fired for keeping the toilet seat up. I know, that's petty. How did it? I'll explain. I'll explain in a minute. I was a security guard at a bank, right? And my manager was this little Indian twink. I only call him that because I don't know his name. But so I can tell he grew up around white people because he's like passive aggressive and shit, right? He walked up to me, he's like, oh my God, Cliff, first of all, I seen Black Panther last night, Wakanda forever, but some of the women at the job, they're complaining, saying that there's a man. Do you identify as a man? He, they, are you? What are you? Yeah, I'm a man. Well, they're saying there's a man putting the toilet seat up. Is that perhaps you by any chance? No, it's not. I'm like, no, it wasn't me. He's like, okay, good. These women, they complain, right? So walks off, right? So like, long story short, my supervisor calls me and said like, yo, you got fired. They keep asking you to put the toilet seat down, but you're not doing it, blah, 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 blah. And what I really think they fired me for is for being black and quiet. You don't seem black and quiet, but for some of the black guys in the back, for the black guy in the back, let's pretend these white people are not here. We having a real conversation. Don't they feel kind of weird when you're black and you don't really talk a lot? Like they feel kind of scared of you? Is that just me? That you feel that? That's the weirdest thing. And it's like, I feel like as a security guard, that's just what we fit the bill because I'm black and I don't talk a lot. And I feel like that fits me, you know. People say I got like resting black face. You know I could be a security guard because every time I wear all black and I stand in front of a bar, white people ask about the cover charge. Take their money because rent ain't cheap. You know, you gotta hustle, man. Like I said, I'm a hustle motherfucker. But it's weird when you're like black and you work with racist honkies, yo. Not y'all, y'all the regular ones, but like, because when you're a black man, you're working with them, you gotta have two things that make them feel safe around you. You gotta wear glasses, or you gotta be gay. And sometimes I forget my glasses. I forgot them. I don't know. I forgot them. Am I safe? It ain't in my pocket, okay? I just, you gotta blend in, right? I don't know. He got the little tight Backstreet Boy shirt on over there. He talking about I'm gay. I don't know, but no. But I know it's weird because like I don't think a security guard at a bank could be feminine. Because imagine a bank robber comes in, I'm like, you need to put the money down. Put the money down, for real. You trying to rob? Go get a job, for real. You trying to rob? Go get a job. You are so dumb. I sound like Antoine Dodson, right? Then I get boo, 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 boo. Now my blood tastes like mojitos. I don't know, man. I don't like passive-aggressive racism. I like my racism like pussy. Straight in my face. With the taste of pennies. Some guys don't eat coochie. Because they don't got to it. I don't know. Some of it does. Yeah, some. Most. But yeah. No, I don't know. Like, I just don't like that shit. Like, if you don't like me, tell me that shit straight to my face. That's why I like to call white people crackers out loud. Just in case they call me a nigga in their mind. Some of y'all guilty. I don't know. I'm like in my 30s now. Almost mid-30s, damn. But I'm at the age now where I can't listen to rappers I can beat up. Anybody else feel like that? Rap is kind of soft. That's why I don't listen to women. Jokes. I'm a comedian. Jokes. But speaking of women, right? Drake, right? I feel like he's the reason why rappers are soft nowadays. I feel like, yeah, really. I feel like Drake makes music for guys to open a bag of chips with scissors. I don't know, man. Like, these new rappers are soft. Like, I grew up on like 50 Cent, right? He had a big influence on my life. He made me hate Ja Rule for no reason. Right? Fuck him, right? He never did nothing to me or you, but we hated him. Fuck Ja Rule. Fuck him. I listen to that shit. I don't care. I still listen to it. It's great. No. But like, I don't know. 50 had a big influence on my life. 50 influenced me to buy a vest. These new rappers, they influenced me to buy a dress. And I wear a size 13, so it's hard to find heels that match, you know? Lil Nas X is doing it, right? I don't know. These are just jokes. I don't wear heels, I wear flats. No, This is a side note, but I feel like back in the 2010s, like early 2010s, all the hoes wear flats. Was that like a thing for white people? Like, did y'all, a lot of hoes wear flats back then in the days too? All right, just cleared it up. I was like, it's coming back, flats. Hoeing or flats? Hoes or flats? All right. I don't know. I listen to like a lot of different types of music. Like I've been put onto like British trap. Any I listen to like British rap. Yeah. How do y'all feel about that? It don't do it for me, man. Cause like you're not a gangster if you sound like a butler. Right? Cause imagine you in London, some British nigga run up on you with a gun like, "Hello, love. Give us the food, bro. If it's a robbery." Like, what? What is your bullets made out of crumpets? You know? I don't like how like people blame music for people's actions. I feel like we need more accountability for shit. Like I remember when the WAP video came out like what, 5 years ago now. I remember when that came out and everybody was like on Facebook talking about like, oh, Cardi B's music's turning people into hoes. People are turning to hoes because of Cardi B. I'm like, you know what makes you a hoe? Being a hoe. And not having a dad. I ain't got no dad. So it's okay. It's all right when I'm a hoe. All right, thank you. That's my time. Thank you.
Clap it up for Cliff Moolah. His advanced class of misogyny 101. You have to love it. He has aced the class. He is summa cum laude in misogyny. That is exactly what Did y'all enjoy the first act so far? Listen, when the comics do real good, I don't got to do much. So I'm going to bring up the next comedian, man, all the way from Farmington, Connecticut. Very, very funny, Lorenzo Perez.
Don't do that again, please. I'm a little thrown off tonight. I gotta get my life together. I had no clean clothes, and this tight-ass shirt was the only thing I had left. And my mom gave me this shit. And the more I move around in it, I'm starting to think that she was actually wearing this shit. Like, I feel like I can't look any more gay than I do right now. But I could look like that. We drinking tonight? Woo, how are you doing? I'm not drinking. I got so many DUIs. I had to put a Blue Lives Matter sticker on the back of my car. And my last one was rough. I refused a sobriety test. And I wasn't even trying to be combative. I was just trying to get to the station because I wanted to take a nap. We back the blue in here? Blue Lives Matter supporters? That was too loud for me to be comfortable up here. Nah, I back the blue. Like, I don't think we should defund the police. I just want to reallocate the resources. Less money on DUI checkpoints, please. Shout out cops, though, and like everything they do. Don't clap for that shit. Like catching the United Health killer, that shit sounded like a dream to me. I don't know about you, but at 7 a.m. when I'm walking into work, I be praying to get assassinated. It's tough out here. I feel like I'm a lot different than my coworkers. You know, like we'll go to happy hour, they're getting IPAs. They can tell you what ingredients the batch was brewed with, where it was brewed, and I can't do no shit like that. But I can tell you what came from. The answer is always Mexico. But man, I've been trying to get promoted and shit recently, so I gotta suck up to my boss. She'll show me a picture of her cross-eyed baby boy. And I gotta, he'd be perfect for Gerber. But I feel like my job's been changing me and my political views. Like I became a conspiracy theorist. I think that I think that COVID-19 was made in a lab by the Chinese. And I think this because I believe that China has been making things in labs for a very long time. You got all these Chinese people. Some would say they look very similar. And you mean to fucking tell me that Yao Ming just happened naturally? I'm not fucking buying it. Sometimes I wish I was Chinese, though. I'd be better at math and shit. But my family would probably be less embarrassing. Like, I'm Hispanic, so something like going to the beach is this whole production. What's worse than 10 loud Hispanics at the beach? 10 Hispanics with a loud-ass speaker. And it don't matter how many signs you put up, we're grilling. Yo, you got your money's worth tonight. Oh, God. The only signs that really stop us are the ones that say DUI checkpoint ahead. Anyone grow up poor in here? That sounded poor. When you grow up poor, you learn some shit. Like lemonade stands don't work in the hood. But it was interesting though, because we were broke for like 11 months out of the year. And then income tax season hit and we were balling. One year my mom bought us a flat screen TV, surround sound stereo system, and an iPad for my little brother. A month later, Rent-A-Center came and took all that shit back. That shit ain't funny, yo. My little brother crying and shit. That shit broke my heart. Those were the tears of a little boy who could no longer look up big butts on YouTube. I also grew up with an uncle who did 10 years in prison.
Oh, okay.
And you know, you know what's funny about that? You could fucking tell that she saw my shirt and she didn't believe that shit for 1 second. But man, it's interesting. You know a motherfucker did 10 years in prison when they come home Muslim? I remember I got caught selling weed for the first time and my uncle comes in my room, big Latin king. You think you hard? You think you tough? I done seen jits like you go to prison and get the Kool-Aid put on their lips. And from the tears in his eyes, I could tell he was in there getting fucked. Did you come with her? Hey, you gotta listen to that shit the whole show, right here. But man, it was funny though, because I told him, bro, I said, you ain't no Latin king. You's a Latin queen, my boy. It was interesting though, because when he came home, he had dreams. He wanted to be a YouTuber. Just smart. They don't background check. And he experienced some success. He's featured in a video with over 100,000 views. I'm serious, look it up. To Catch a Predator, episode 384. That shit was wild though, because there's some traumatic experiences in there. Like I remember he was tasked with packing my lunch one day. And I opened up my lunchbox. I don't know if we were out of bags or what, but there's 3 goldfish in the dime bags that they sell crack out of. Shit was fucked up, man. He was bad though. He was bad with the girls. I'm bad with the girls. I'd be scared to hang out with girls because my feet stink. But I kind of figured out like a life hack. I just been trying to hang out with girls that I know are into Indian dudes. Hey yo, my comedy career fails. You made it all worth it. Every step of the fucking way. This is the best shit ever. But man, I have a preference, you know, I like Latinas. I just like how they take what they want in this world. Especially from Walmart. But they always have a kid. I was talking to a girl with a kid recently, and I was trying to get the fucker's attention. So I hit him with the... She was like, stop, don't do that, he's not a dog. And I was thinking, you're right, he's not a dog, because if he was, I'll probably stick around a lot longer. That's player shit right there. But man, I had a couple stepdads growing up, and I remember one, he was big. And him and my mom are arguing, and I'm playing Xbox with my boy Kyle, and Kyle's like, yo, you're not gonna go down there and say nothing? And I was like, you know what? You're right. So I went down the stairs and I told him, yo, that's my mom. Don't talk to her like that. She's not gonna end good for you. And allegedly I pissed myself and passed the fuck out. And that's the last time I take some advice from some white kid named Kyle. Through no shit in his whole life. Kyle was a good dude, man. We shared a lot of things in common, but we were different. One person that I was always identical to growing up was my brother. He lived in a blue house. I lived in a blue house. He got called racial slurs at school. I got called racial slurs at school. Who the fuck is laughing at that? So when he came out as gay, it really shook shit up. But like we knew, we kind of knew. Because when he'd get hit by the belt, he would like stick his ass out a little too much. And when that shit happened, my dad, he looked like a football coach in the fourth quarter down by 7, trying to turn this shit around. And he came up with the bright idea to send him to gate camp. And we couldn't afford it, so my dad was gonna work overtime to do it. So my brother goes to gate camp. And the thing that's crazy about gate camp is you got all these young males with homosexual tendencies in one place overnight. My brother came back with a boyfriend. Gayer than before. All right, I'm off this. Have a good night, guys.
That's Lorenzo Perez, man. Could you believe he's barely a year in doing comedy? That motherfucker's a genius, man. Clap it up for him, man. Damn. God damn. I don't know what to say, man. Shit. The show's over. Y'all can have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Couple of celebrities I've seen. You look like Adam Pauly a little bit. From the show Happy Endings. You never seen it? You don't watch TV? Are you Amish? You have a Amish JD Vance beard. Okay, Bradley Cooper? How about Bradley Cooper? Okay, there you go. Yeah, that motherfucker was so good, I don't even know what the fuck to say, man, you know. But I'm gonna say something real quick. Like, I love doing shows in different places, but even though I'm a bigger guy, I don't like confrontation, right? I'm always concerned about the thugs that are gonna be there, and I heard there was a lot of thugs in West Hartford. There's a lot of thugs right here in this room, especially this table right here, the Pornhub table, yeah. Does your thugs look weird? Your thugs look strange. Y'all the type of thugs that are like steal my identity, but then improve my credit, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with good credit, but you can't go from 500 credit to 800 in one day. It's gonna raise some red flags, and my black ass gonna get thrown in prison, and prison is not a good look for me. Because in the streets, I know y'all thought this, I kind of look like George Foreman. Fuck you for laughing, man. But in prison, I look like Amber Rose. For those that don't know, that's Kanye West's ex-girlfriend. She's an Instagram model, socialite. Bald head, big booty, light skin, just like me. In prison, we're practically identical twins. And you don't want to be twins with, you want to be Amber Rose's twin in prison, Harry Potter. He looks like the Karate Kid's embryo. You don't want to be Amber Rose's twin in prison. You will become the main course. That's like being beef patties around Jamaicans. That's like being spaghetti around Italians. That's like being cats around Asians. See, some of y'all laughing and some of y'all moaning and groaning and judging me, but we know for a fact the meat texture in the Chinese food is different. You thought that was General Tso's chicken? That's General Tso's kitten, man. And when you eat it too fast, you burp, you go meow. And I know that sounds kind of racist, but I have not seen any Asians in the room, and it is okay to talk shit about folks if they're not in the room. I learned that from white people. With that being said, coming next to the stage, man, all the way from Bridgeport, Connecticut, he's been doing his thing. You're gonna love him because I love him. Clap it up for the comedy stylist of Ryan Olford.
How y'all doing tonight? You enjoying yourself? Looking good? Feeling good? Yeah, that is. Yeah, that is. I'm about to enjoy myself. We about to catch a vibe. I like your elbow room, man. It's a nice little space down here. You gotta celebrate the little accomplishments in life, you know, the little achievements, you know. If you, you gotta congratulate yourself. Like, for instance, if you brushed your teeth last night and this morning, celebrate yourself. You're probably doing better than half the people in this room, you know. If you filled your tank all the way up to the top, you filled your gas tank to the tippy top before you got here, celebrate yourself. I put $8.55 in my tank, but I made it to the elbow room stage, you know? If you had a goal of getting $2,000 in your checking account and you achieved that goal, congratulate yourself. I mean, don't celebrate too much, you're still broke, but, you know, celebrate yourself. You know, I had my own little achievement recently, you know, I had my 15th fatherversary. 15 years of being a father, you know? Yeah. I went to, thank you. I went to celebrate, you know, I tried to involve the kids. Here goes my son. What the hell is a fatherversary? It's supposed to be my birthday. And why is there a PS5 in the living room with a bow and a card on it saying, happy fatherversary, 15 years strong, we all love you, Ryan. I said, listen, kids get gifts all the time. You know, you got dinner for free last night. You're welcome. You know, my son is as big as me. You know, he stands up. We had to have a measuring contest. I had to put my shoulders back, let him know I'm half inch taller than him. You know, I always go to him. I said, you know, you used to be a baby. You know, now you did this big ass man child. You know, he goes to me. He said that I said, listen, 15 years of being a father is an achievement. You know? Yeah, absolutely. And then, but this guy is like, it's like raising a thoroughbred racehorse. You know, he eats everything. He's like Pac-Man. He's like, The other day, I brought groceries into the house, and the orange juice was finished before I even went into the fridge. You know? But I do have to say, he's using my grocery bill to make muscle. You know, he's got that lean teenage body. You know, he can't see a mirror that he doesn't flex in. The other day, I was on the other side of the house, and he goes, Dad, I ran over like there was an emergency. I ran over, he's like, Dad. I came over, what's going on? He's like, bam, you see these calves? I was like, all right, man, take it easy. You know, I have a daughter too, you know, she's a preteen, about to turn 13. I see none of y'all clap because you know the stress I'm going through. It's not easy, man. She came up to me the other day, she was like, Dad, you know what day it is today? She's bouncing around, she's all excited. She goes, it's National Slap Your Friend's Butt at School Day. I said, slap your friend's butt? I said, I don't think that's a thing. She was like, yeah, it is. Everyone was slapping each other's butt. So apparently it was happening so much, they had to make an announcement by second period. So they were like, there'll be no inappropriate touching the students or slapping the backsides during school hours. As if slapping the backsides after school hours is okay. You know? And so she tells me that she slapped 18 butts. I I said, 18 butts? By second period? You need to go and wash your hands. And then she updated the information. She said it was 18 different butts. A couple of people got slapped multiple times. I was like, you're way too excited about this, you know? And she's like, yeah, I'm going to put it in my journal for next year. I want to make sure I remember it. And then, so I had to ask her a question. I had to ask her what was going on. I said, you know, how many times did you get slapped? I wanted to know what was going on with my baby at school, you know? She said she got slapped 4 times. I said, you got slapped 4 times? And you slapped 18 butts? I was trying to do the math, carry the integer. I said, I think my daughter was the aggressor in this. I hope she's not the Diddy of middle school, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I'm not from here. I was born in London, England. Yeah, my parents dropped me off 20 years ago and then went back home. They said, we brought you to America, the land of milk and honey. We made you a citizen. Now go out there and do something with yourself. Room trying to throw some bowls, you know what I mean? Over here, I'm English. In England, I'm Jamaican. And now that I've been here for 25 years, I guess I'm African American. And now as I go through my transformations, I can't, I still don't understand certain things. Like, for instance, I don't understand grits. I don't get grits. If you can season something with sugar, salt, shrimp, and cheese, something's wrong, man. Make a decision. Pick a motherfucking flavor. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Over there. But I've been here for a long time now, and I've been here for 20 years. So everyone always comes up to me, man, you got that food, you got that wagwan, you got that food. I'm like, yo, what the heck is that? I was about 3 years late to Top Boy. All these dudes, yeah, you got that food. I'm like, man, I don't know what that is. I'm American now. Don't you know I'm African? I was raised Jamaican. So my dad was born in Jamaica, and all my mum's big brothers were born in Jamaica. So I can go from, what a bumper clock, top of the morning, how you doing, to what a bumper clock, y'all deal with in no time flat. But the problem is, I was accused of not being Jamaican enough. So I picked up this girl at a Jamaican club. And she was like, oh man, you used to say wagwan, you're supposed to say wagwan, baby. Come over here, come chat to me. I was like, I was born in England, what you want me to do? And she said, yeah, you're supposed to kiss your teeth like this. She goes, I kiss my teeth better than you. I'm like, come on, man, I'm English. I'm a posh Jamaican. I'm not sure if not a lot of people know this, but there's different kind of blacks. There's different kind of black people. If you can't discern between them, let me give you a quick little guide. Let's use a hospital setting. So in the hospital, the Africans will be the doctors. The West Indians will be the nurses, and the African Americans will be the patients being rolled in on a stretcher with a gunshot wound. But then again, this is America, so it's equal opportunity gunshot wounds. Equal opportunity, babe. I live in Connecticut, and every time I tell people from outside Connecticut, they're like, "Ooh la la," you live in Connecticut. I'm not from that kind of Connecticut. I live in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Bridgeport is almost like if you took Newark, New Jersey, smashed Detroit into it, and sprinkled a little South Bronx over the rubble. It's right there in the middle of Fairfield County, one of the richest counties in the country, and Bridgeport is the only black and brown city there, but it does have one connection to Israel, though. All of its neighbors wish it wasn't there. They don't want it to be there, they really don't. They just come down there to get weed and coke, that's it. To me, Bridgeport is like an open-air Maury set. I had my own "You Are Not the Father" episode. I went from having 3 kids for 2 baby mothers down to 2 kids for 1 baby mother. I felt like my credit score went up 200 points. And now that my credit score is up, I'm out here shopping for women, but I can't seem to find ones that match up. I found a Spanish girl that don't speak Spanish, a white girl with bad credit. Yeah, I was pissed off too. An Asian. I was pissed, man. I was looking for a car, finance, and everything. Still waiting on my scat pack. An Asian woman that doesn't massage feet, and a grown-ass woman with 3 kids that doesn't cook. I'm like, who raised your kids? Ronald McDonald, you know? But I had to, I'm still out here trying to find my woman. I found this one girl, we was talking for a while. She was one of them swiping chicks, she was swiping. Yeah. So she and we were together for about a couple months, and then I found her phone. It said, hey, you have a match. Hey, boo, you're cute. I said to her, listen, what are you doing swiping? What you looking for? Now, all along the time, I was still swiping looking for someone else. But the nerve to be out here still swiping looking for someone. And I'm right here. Unbelievable. I had some bad news, man. I lost my local crackhead recently. Yeah. Jimmy B, yeah. This dude used to open up the door to the train station for you with his missing tooth smile. You couldn't help but give this guy your money. We used to call him Jimmy B. I saw him everywhere on Metro North. I saw him in Bridgeport, New Haven, Harlem 125th. That's why Jimmy B here, Jimmy B there, Jimmy B everywhere. One time I said to him, Jimmy, why you smoking that shit, man? He was like a bum that cared about his Google reviews, he was out there. He really was. And I said, why are you smoking that shit, man? Why you on that shit? He said, the Constitution of this country says we, the people of these United States, have the right to pursue our happiness. And crack is my happiness. I was like, okay. I guess this guy was some kind of retired history buff, man. When I first came here, people were so confused. My accent, my complexion, everything like that. They would ask me, they would say anything besides English. And then I told them, no, I'm not from. They say, are you from Africa, from South Africa, from Bahamas? But I came a long time ago. I came 5 years BIE. Before Idris Elba. Did I say that already? No. I may have said that already. But you know what? I got one gripe with you Americans. You take this shit for normal and it drives me crazy. PB&J. Y'all think that's a regular sandwich. When we listen, I know I'm speaking to a crowd that don't hear it. When I was in England, peanut butter and that thick ass peanut butter with the breaking apart jelly makes no sense. It's so good, but it makes no sense. You have to know that is a specifically American thing. When over there we used to see all the kids have it was like PB&J. Why would they put peanut butter and jam together?
It's so good. Have you tried it?
I've had it.
Oh.
Toasted. That's another level, man. Toasted. No, listen, I know you guys take it for normal, but that is a cultural difference. The rest of the world thinks, what the fuck are the Americans doing? What are they doing? Peanut butter and jelly. So, listen, that is a specific to you guys trait, man. What do you think of my pants, man? What do you think of my jeans? Yes, thank you. My kids talk shit all the time. They're like, why are you going outside like that? Where are you going? No one wants to see those jeans. But I'm like, listen, fire. Super Mario was the shit back in the day. Anyone that's, I'm born in 1985, Yes, 85. We getting old now, man. We are getting old. We're getting to that age where you have to be young at heart. Because you ain't young in body, mind, or soul anymore. We used to play sports and play with all these young guys, and when I twist my ankle, it'll be like, okay, 2-3 days I'm out. Now it's like 3 weeks. 3 weeks sitting at home, man. Can't even try to go back, My knees hurting, my shoulders hurt. Wake up in the morning, when I sit down, it's like, ugh. And it's only gonna get worse, man. But to all you guys that are 20, good for you. Make your money, live your life. I wish I could rewind 10 years. But it's all right, I'm enjoying. I'm still fucking 25-year-old, so I'm good. Hey.
Clap it up for Ryan Oliphant. See this shit? The dirty Brits just leave the trash everywhere. No respect. I'm just playing. That was dope. That was a dope set. Clap it up for him. Clap it up for him, man. But Jamaicans, I love my Jamaican people. They are a little bit delusional at times. I used to work at IHOP, so I used to work with a lot of Jamaicans. And they used to always like this one, my homegirl, Shelly Ann. She was like, we speak the Queen's English. Jamaicans speak the Queen's English. I said, no the fuck y'all don't. Because I ain't never heard presidents die say, ting-a-ling-a-ling, scoobella-ring. I ain't never heard Queen Elizabeth say, I'm on a romantic call. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, before I bring up our headline of the evening, I have to get on y'all fellas. Fellas! Fellas! We messing up. We are messing up. We are having a hard time pleasing the ladies, man. We're having a hard time pleasing the ladies. I looked up this statistic, and it said that men only make women orgasm 30% of the time. 3 out of 10 times. Like over, not you stud muffin, I'm just talking about overall. That motherfucker be getting bitches and making them come 30 times. He make them come 10 out of 3 times, you know what I'm saying? 10 orgasms for every 3 fucks. Now she wants him now. She's like, but for us normal mortals, we only make women come 3 out of 10 times, 30%. You know what I thought when I heard those statistics? Those some Hall of Fame baseball numbers. She got that Pete Rose pussy. That Cooperstown coochie. They need to hang her panties up in the rafters and throw that Hall of Fame jacket over her shoulders like James Brown. This is a man's world. Women complain that men only make them come 3 out of 10 times. You know what that tells me? If you want to come more, you have to fuck more. 10 times equals 3, 20 times equals 6, 30 times equals 9. Stop being conceited. If you want to bust more, bust that coochie, boo-boo. Women complain that men don't make them come, but they seem to conveniently forget that men invented over 99.9% of all sex toys, including dildos. So the next time you're with your man and he inevitably fails and you have to reach for that toy as a backup plan, remember, we made that for y'all. We knew our limitations. As the old saying goes, if you build it. And coming final for the evening, our headliner, he actually won the comics at the Mohegan Sun Funniest Comedian of the Year, all the way from Harrisburg or Shippensburg, one of those burgs, Pennsylvania, all the motherfucking burgs. Could you please clap it up for the comedy stylings of the very, very funny Avery Quinn.
Didn't mean to disappoint all of you. I know Avery Quinn sounds like a hot girl name. Like, guys, if you were on Tinder and you saw the name Avery Quinn, you'd be like, well, I want to see what she looks like. And how much would that suck? You just swipe and you just see me like, oh. You all paid a ticket. Everyone gets a look. As you guys may have discovered, I'm fat. And it's tough. It's tough, because eating's my vice. Eating's my vice. And that's not a very sexy vice. Like, that's not a cool vice. Like, when this comedy thing works out, like, that's really going to suck when I get my A&E, like, biography or, like, behind the music thing, you know what I mean? Because all the cool, sexy ones are always like, he just got out of rehab. He was doing his best stuff. And then drugs and alcohol came back into his life. And it was all over. With me, they'd be like, he just got out of Weight Watchers. He was doing his best stuff. And then endless shrimp came back at Red Lobster. One thing they don't tell you about being heavy this fat is stretch marks all over my body. You understand? I look like the world's worst knife fighter. You get me? All right, it's bad. But the thing is, my wife was trying to make me feel better the other day, and she was like, well, Avery, lots of people have stretch marks. And I'm like, yeah, but most of those people endured the painful miracle of childbirth. I just ate 80 wings in one sitting, I don't know. I went to a psychic recently. I sat down 3 minutes into the thing. She's like, you're going to need to watch your health. You need to jog more. You're going to have heart problems in the future. I don't know how psychic you have to be to figure that one out with me. Got a little offended, and she was like, no, it's not me saying this. It's the universe. I'm like, right? That's what spirits are doing? They're just two dead guys being like, oh my God, he's still eating. You know what I mean? That's... Are you guys, are any of you psychic people, like, that kind of stuff? You believe that? Is that anyone here? All right, I wasn't a believer until the very end. She was doing all the stuff, all the generic kind of like self, like, it's supposed to be a little happy, make you feel better and all that stuff. And I didn't believe any of it. And then at the very end, she was like, you call things gay to make fun of things you don't understand. I was like, oh my God. Chills, goosebumps. I'm not that fat. I think I'm a specific type of fat. I call it middle seat fat. I don't know if any heavier people can relate to this. Like, I'm a normal guy most of the time until I have to sit in the middle seat of any situation, Planes, trains, movie theaters, it doesn't matter. I'm a normal guy until I get that ticket that says 2B. And then I get to my seat and the people in 2A and 2C look like they're about to die in a horror movie. And then I'm staying there. I'm like, do you want to play a game? My thighs are sweaty. Try not to touch them, I don't know. Trying to exercise more. My favorite type of exercise, I like walking, which is nice. But it's tough because I have a lot of like gym bro friends. You know what I mean? Like all my high school guys are still like gym bros and stuff. Yeah, and it's tough. Because, like, I can't relate to them, but I try. They'll call, and they'll just be like, dude, bench press, 225, 16 reps. And I'm like, dude, duck pond behind my house, 8 laps. It's... I'm trying to join a gym. I was looking for some, and then my wife started to help, which didn't work, Because, like, she started looking at gyms, and she's like, oh my God, Avery, I found one. They have a personal trainer 3 times a week. I'm like, how much? And she was just like, well, they have a sauna in use anytime. And I'm like, how much? She's like, is it all about price with you? I'm like, yes, it's all about price with me. Because it's not about the gym, it's about me. I'm not going to get a better experience at that gym, Every time I've gone to a gym, it's been the same thing. Wander around 15 minutes, do 2 exercises wrong, 5 minutes on a broken elliptical, leave. That's the Avery Quinn gym. Best gym, worst gym, doesn't change, And honestly, I feel like that's not fair. I feel like gyms should charge based off of what, like, the people do, Those jacked bodybuilder guys, the ripped dudes, they're like, rah, rah, the cleans and all that stuff. That's wear and tear on equipment, man, I'm there, I'm very sensitive, I'm observing, That guy leaves, they should be like, we've been doing pretty good for you. That's $100. And then when I leave, they should be like, ooh, here's $10. You know what I mean? I think that's fair. That's fair. That's only fair. I don't know. It is actually something pretty neat. I actually lost about 50 pounds. That's totally true. Yeah. At my heaviest, I was about 340 pounds, and I learned something. I learned something. You know, I learned at my heaviest, your body's like a car, you know? Like if you don't take care of it, you don't put the right fuel in it, and you don't run it enough, what happens to the car? That's right, it doesn't have sex for 3 years. That's true, yeah. The car. I don't know if anyone will relate to this here, but I feel like I should be more handsome. I don't know if anyone else feels like this. Like I feel like God gave me all the parts to be handsome, but the proportions are off, you know? Like I'm 6'3", that's an attractive height. But it's not attractive when a foot and a half of it is head. You know what I mean? That's too much. I am a bigger guy. I'm a bigger guy. And a lot of times when you're bigger, people will be like, you played football in high school, didn't you? And that's weird, right? Because that's the only high school activity that can do that to someone. You can assume they did it based off the way they look. Like I can be like, you did chorus in high school, didn't you? Yeah, he looks like he was bullied. You know, it's... You did theater in high school, didn't you? Yeah, I mean, it looks like people thought you were gay. I mean, it's... What I'm saying is it doesn't work. I mean, in his case, you know. But anyway, it's... I actually did theater in college, and I should have known I'd like it, because when I go to block someone when I played football in high school, I just gave them jazz hands, you know? I go out there, I'd be like, huh! I get off the field, my coach would be like, good play. I'm like, was it fabulous? He was like, get off my field, you know? So, it's interesting. It was interesting. I don't know. I appreciate any of you guys that are missing the playoff game to watch me. I love football. I love the NFL. I do think there needs to be more diversity in the commentary, you know? I think there needs to be more female commentators. I truly believe that, right? Because all the male commentators, all their criticism is direct and to the point. I think more female commentators have like passive-aggressive criticism, you know what I mean? They're in the booth and one guy's like, Lamar Jackson made a bad pass, the receiver was open in the slot. And then the female commentator's like, yeah, I heard he gained weight too, you know? I don't know. I think honestly, all the inside access that these places are trying to get with the NFL and football and stuff, it's getting too much. I don't know if you guys, it's all about like trying to get that inside scoop with the players to the point where like 5 minutes before the game, they're like, there's a guy on the sidelines like, now you really got to watch number 35. His heart's not in it because he's going through his third custody battle with his second ex-wife. And remember that 12 miles an hour to him is 15 because he's uncircumcised. I'm like, all right. I don't need to know. I mean, I do have a fantasy league, so it's helpful, but you know, it's weird. I don't know. I do love football. I also love fall. Fall is like my favorite season. I just think it's nice. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just like the temperature. Everything looks prettier and stuff. But whenever I say autumn or fall is my favorite season, there's always a guy in the room that immediately takes over. He's like, yeah, because of football, right? Fall, because the football's starting. And then I get insecure as a man. I'm like, oh, yeah, dude, also the leaves are changing. It's soup season. Yeah, you know, it's... I wasn't a good athlete. I wasn't a good athlete in school. The only sport I was a good wrestler. I was a really good wrestler, and it's neat, but it doesn't help me now because I play a lot of pickup football games now, and I suck. And someone will bring it up, and I can't be like, "Oh yeah, you want to go over there and wrestle?" You're lucky I don't have my singlet on. You know what? Try to hold me down. Try to hold me down. I'm an athlete. Mister. Now you see why you got paid more. Anyway, we're like, what's the action zone? You know? No, it's interesting. I don't know. I was bullied in school. Was anybody else bullied in school? Yeah, yeah, you were bullied. That's weird that you pointed at him. You should let him. It's kind of dork, loser. I bullied him. I'm the guy. He fits in a locker so well. You are so. No, I was bullied in middle school. They gave me a nickname. Did you have a nickname, man? They didn't give you a nickname? All right, that was a sad, fast no. I'm gonna leave him alone for a minute. I think we should all give this kid a little space, which the amount of laughs and awes, everyone agreed. That's their way of saying that's a good nickname, basically, is that they nailed it. And it's tough, especially for me, because I was a sheltered kid, so I didn't even know what an ovary was. So I was just taking wild guesses at my bully, you know? Some kid would be like, hey, ovary. I'm like, how dare you call me a virgin? Am I getting closer, Steven? You know? And I was bullied in high school. And in high school, I was bullied because my junior year of high school, I was on the wrestling team. And the local news did a story about herpes being spread on wrestling mats. And the video that they showed over that news story was a video of me wrestling. And I was winning the match. So not only did it look like I was getting herpes, it looked like I was excited to get herpes. Do you understand? I don't know if you guys ever got an STD and then did a victory dance, but that was me like, you know what I mean? I ended up working at the news station that said I had herpes for 2 years. That's totally true. I just kept that in my back pocket the entire time. They'd be like, hey, you were supposed to be here a half hour ago. I'd be like, hey, you were supposed to say I didn't have herpes. And why does it say ovary quit on my time card? You know, it's... I don't know. I didn't like school. Oh, I'm the headliner. This is allowed to happen for me. If Lorenzo did it, I'd be very mad at him. He'd be punished later. He'd be punished. I'd say, Lorenzo, get outside. Anyway, no, so, okay. All right, this is a problem. Mo Green's mad. All right, the stool is more important than me. That's just where I am in comedy. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't like school. I hated math class. That was my least favorite class. Anyone else hate math class? I hated it because they had word problems. You guys remember word problems? Because word problems, they marketed to us like, these are the problems that'll help you in real life. And they never helped us in real life. It'd always be something like, if you cut a pie 5 times, how many slices do you get? That doesn't help me. Like, a word problem that helps me in real life is like, so your buddy lost his job, you lent him money. How long till you can ask for it back? Solve for X. That's a word problem that you're gonna encounter, man. I don't know. I also took German class in school. I took German and don't remember any of it. The only thing I really remember from German class is around Christmas time, they taught us German Christmas carols, and we went to the local retirement home to sing the Christmas carols. I don't know if you guys remember who was in retirement homes about 15 years ago. What generation, what World War fighting generation was in retirement homes? Honestly, I felt that was kind of rude, a little disrespectful. We're ruining these guys' Christmas. The amount of phone calls they must have been given to their kids, being like, no, Dad, the Germans aren't singing outside your window. And then me and my friends are out there like, no, it's taking off balloons. You know, it's... I don't know. I had to go to summer school. Anyone have to go to summer school? Any summer school people here? Anybody? Just me. All right, now I feel isolated. Now this kid's like, who's the loser? Yeah, no, I had to go to summer school. And if you ever met anyone that went to summer school, is they always like to share war stories of why they went to summer school. They're always like, dude, I started fights every day. I never went to class. Why did you go? And I'm like, dude, I couldn't read. You know? Not as rebellious when you don't know your vowels, man. It's different. I don't know. I don't know, man. I do feel bad for some of the kids now. You know what I mean? Because like I saw a thing. It said 1 out of 10 kids at the age of 12 vapes. That's crazy, right? Yeah, right. When I was in school, there was only like one kid that did anything like that. He did chewing tobacco. He dipped. We can all agree that's a little more intense, though, right? To be out at recess, you'd be like, "Man, I gotta quit." I think my teeth are falling out. I'm like, dude, those are baby teeth, you know? I actually did chewing tobacco, and it was tough. I had to stop because my parents found out. They didn't find the tobacco itself. They just found a Toby Keith CD, and they're like, something's up with this kid, you know? I don't know. I was at work the one day, and I was drinking one of those Monster energy drinks, you know? And one of my nosy coworkers, she was like, "Avery, don't you know those are as bad as cigarettes?" And I'm like, no, they're not. Because I've never been watching TV and then I see a PSA come on with like a 65-year-old woman with a hole in her neck being like, "My name's Mary. And I used to pound Monster energy drinks," you know? She just pulls out her in a flat brim hat and like a tank top. It's like, "Monster, it can happen to you." You know, it's I don't know. I don't relate to kids anymore. I don't relate to that generation anymore. I'm 27. I've been out of school for like, 10 years, you know? And it's tough. It's tough talking to them. Maybe you guys talk to that generation at all? It's weird, you know? Especially the smart kids. I was talking to a friend's son the other day, and he was like, "Well, Avery, I have Yale as a reach school and Fairfield University as a safety school. What was your safety school?" And I was like, "Cumberland Farms? I don't know." I don't know. I'm actually not originally from Connecticut. I'm originally from central Pennsylvania. And I like Connecticut. You guys are all right. You guys are a little uptight, though. You know that, right? Because every night I go out and I do this. And I always get asked the same 3 questions. Like, "Where are you from? Have you been drinking? Do you know how fast you're going?" I'm like, guys. Connecticut's actually a fantastic state. I really do love it here. I think you guys have some of like the nicest towns, some of the nicest coastlines, some of the best seafood in the country is right here in Connecticut. I truly believe that. Yeah. You guys can clap and be proud. Yeah. The one thing you have worse than any other state is gas stations, though. You know that, right? You guys know if you go anywhere below New York, you go to a gas station, you can get fried chicken, subs, burgers, all made 24/7. And at a Connecticut gas station, you can get stabbed. So, you know, there's... Yeah. Actually, where I'm from in central Pennsylvania, there are gas stations that have mini casinos in them with slot machines and like video poker and stuff. Yeah. I went in one time to get $30 of gas, and I left having lost my whole car. You know, it was fun. I'm from a very famous part of central Pennsylvania. Some of you may have heard of it. It's called Lancaster County. Yeah. And if you heard of Lancaster, you've heard it because of the Amish, that's right. And Connecticut, you guys are very educated. Truly, I believe it. Very, very smart people. You don't know anything about the Amish, I promise. Because when people hear that, a lot of times you go, "Oh, Lancaster, Amish. Are you Amish?" If you've ever seen the Amish, they have one specific look and one specific job. They all have the hats, the beards, and the buggies, and they're all farmers. You know, there's not some guy in the Amish community being like, "All right, here are the jobs for the rest of your life. Farmer, undercover secret comedian, farmer. I do appreciate a lot of things about. I appreciate the traffic that Connecticut has. That sounds sarcastic. It's true though, because you guys have traffic for a real reason. There are too many people in too small of a place. That makes sense. In Lancaster, we have traffic because of the Amish. In Connecticut, if I see a 60-car backup, I'm like, "Oh my God, someone could be hurt, someone could be dead, there could be a crash." In Lancaster, I'm like, "Oh my God, there's a guy who thinks it's 1860 up there. Ezekiel needed to get goat milk to a market." I do appreciate Connecticut. There's some really great things about it. Like, you guys have real diversity in Connecticut. I mean, not here, but like other places, there's real... I see you, dude, don't worry. And the thing is, in Lancaster, that there's not that diversity. Like, the biggest minority group in Lancaster County is the Amish. The biggest minority group is the only people in the world whiter than me. Do you understand? That gives you a false sense of security. When I lived in Lancaster, I thought I was good at basketball. I moved up here, I don't play basketball anymore. So if you lose to an Amish guy in basketball, it's your fault, you know? You try to break his ankles, you can hear his clogs, it's like, you know? They got suspenders on their gym shorts, it's fun, they're fun. A little bit about me, both me and my wife, we both work in the sports industry. Yeah, my wife works for ESPN over in Bristol. That's pretty cool, right? Give it up for women in sports. Yeah! Hell yeah! And I work for Dick's Sporting Goods. Give it up, come on, yeah! It's not too bad working for Dick's. The corporate speaks a little much, though. Like the other day, I went over to the manager. I'm like, hey, this customer, and he stops. He goes, hey, in here, we call everyone an athlete. I'm like, right. Well, that athlete's mobility scooter died in footwear. It's going to take 7 people to move that athlete. The security manager at Dick's came over to me the one time, and he was like, hey, have you ever seen anyone stealing from this Dick's Sporting Goods? What I want you to do is just go up and start talking to them. Let them know we're watching. So any of you guys feel like stealing from the Dick's Sporting Goods Manchester, Connecticut location? You better be ready for small talk, you know? Sports weather, I'm coming for you, you know? They show us training videos at Dick's, which is weird because the training videos are clearly for a better job. The training video will start, a guy will come on screen, is like, Tom and Lisa just closed a big account. But you know, Mark is taking all the credit. What do you do in this situation? No one at Dick's is closing a big account. What the video should be is that guy comes back on screen, he's like, Tom and Lisa are smoking weed on a ladder. But you needed to stock the top shelf. What do you do in this situation? I chose C, join in. Anyway, we do have the sexual harassment training at Dick's. Does anyone else have that? It's a little more universal. Anyone have the video sexual harassment? Yeah. I'm pretty good at them. Yeah. I have this patented method to get through it. It's called click through it as fast as humanly possible. I got through 3 hours of sexual harassment training, 1 hour. That's pretty good. That's not bad. That's pretty good, yeah. But then at the end of this particular one, they sent me an e-certificate that I had to give my boss that had how long the training took and how long I spent on it. So I was like, can't let this stand. I went through it, did it the whole way, almost spent 4 hours on the sexual harassment training. But then when they resent the e-certificate, they just added that time onto the time I originally did. So it said I had 5 hours for a 3-hour program. Some of you aren't laughing. That's worse. That looks much, much worse. If I go to the fast one, they go, oh, you just didn't really watch it. 5 hours for 3. That looks like I was learning things. Like I needed that information. Like I'm the most backwards guy in the world being like, wait, I'm not allowed to call her what? No, I'm saying she looks good today. Well, when did I smell her hair? You know? I don't know. Working at Dick's, people assume I'm obsessed with sports, and I like sports, but I work with people who are obsessed with sports. Like the other day, or at one time, my coworker Andy, he came in, he's like, Avery, did you see the Ravens traded Gus Edwards? And I'm a Ravens fan. So I was like, oh yeah, Andy, that sucks. I was upset about it. And then he goes, well, you don't look that upset. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm upset. He's like, well, how mad are you? I'm like, Andy, I'm so mad. My face is getting red. He's like, yeah, I think I can see it getting red. He's like, how mad are you? I'm like, Andy, I'm so mad. I'm starting to shake. He's like, yeah, you're starting to shake. He's like, how mad are you? I'm like, I'm so mad. I'm going to scream. He's like, yeah, you're going to scream? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to scream. And then I was like, oh. And then he was like, oh. And then the next week he came in, he's like, you see, they lost their defensive coordinator. I'm like, not tonight, I have a headache. You know, it's... I don't know. I'm trying to look for a new job. My wife suggested Walmart. I don't know if you guys have ever had a significant other that hurts your feelings while trying to help you. She's pretty good at it, yeah. Also, I wouldn't be good at Walmart. You guys see this face? You put this face in a blue vest, don't act like you wouldn't start talking a little bit slower to me. And be like, you know where the paper towels are? I'm like, yeah, sure. I applied to a Hot Topic. Didn't get the job. That's the right move. They made the right decision. That's unfair to do those clientele. Just bring their high school bully back to the Hot Topic. Some poor kid walks in, he's like, do you have anime shirts? I'm like, that depends, you have lunch money? You want this in a bag and yourself in a locker? You know, it's, anyway, I don't know. My wife's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. Also, I did another. I've actually acted in 2 true crime documentaries. I've been a serial killer. Yeah, twice. Killed 6 people on camera. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and one of them was a 2-parter. It's called The Lost Boys of Bucks County. I killed 4 people. And the thing it was on Investigation Discovery, and I'm from Pennsylvania, so I have friends from Bucks County, and I called the one. And he's like, hey man, we watched your show. And I was like, oh nice, what'd you think? And he's like, well, the whole town's pretty sad. We knew a lot of those guys. And it's so hard to turn that conversation and be like, yeah, but how did I do? You know what I mean? It's really... My wife's pretty neat. She's amazing. Actually, fun thing about her, she's a twin. Yeah, and I saw the other twin the other day when I went to her parents' house, and I saw what I thought was my wife standing in the living room alone. Yeah. So I tried to be romantic, you know? Went up behind her, put my hands on her hips, gave her a little kiss on the neck. Wasn't her, yeah, wasn't her. It's not my fault though, her dad has a really soft neck. I gotta say though, it is interesting. Me and my wife, we're new. We have arguments. We have like newlywed arguments. Some of them are about silly things. Like she does some things I disagree with from time to time. Like she recently got this thing called permanent jewelry, forever bracelets. Ladies, you guys know what that is? Anyone know that? Yeah. For those of you that don't know, what it is, it's a jewelry that they tighten together and then they solder it together so you can't take it off ever. Yeah. When she told me she got it, I was like, that seems kind of dumb. Bit of a waste of money, a little dangerous. But I was wrong, because, you know, I thought about it. Like, 3 of my friends have forever bracelets. I mean, it took them 2 DUIs to get them, but they have forever bracelets, you know? Yeah, it is pretty neat, you know. I love her so much, you know. I'm, like, not afraid to admit it. Like the other day, we were playing the I Love You game, you know what I mean? You know, where you go like, I was like, at the end, I was like, sweetie, I love you so much, I would take a bullet for you. She was like, oh my God, Avery, you don't need to do that. Just like, try to pick up around the house, be there a little more, be a better husband. And I was like, sweetie, I'd rather take a bullet for you, you know? We're looking for a house, which is interesting. That sounds like a brag. It's not. If you list all the houses we're looking for, it's not a brag. At this point in the search, I'd settle for a haunted house. That's where I am. I'd walk in day 1 of buying it and be like, you should not be here. And I'd be like, well, it was either here or Waterbury. And I mean, we do have better schools, you know? We got married. We actually got married in December 8th. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. And it was interesting. Like I was in charge of the first dance. I got us dance lessons. We did a whole coordinated thing, and it was really neat. But in those ballroom dance lessons, I learned that like 90% of the guy's part is just not stepping on the dress. The whole thing, like half the lessons, don't step on the dress. Whatever you do, don't step on the dress. Slide your feet so you don't step on the dress. And it didn't matter. The wedding came, it was twice as hard as they said, you know, because she was wearing one too. So it was tough. So we got married December 8th. Christmas right around the corner. About 3 days after we got married, she was like, so what are you going to get me? Like, you haven't asked me what I want. And I was like, eh. You know what I mean? I just gave you the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else I could give. And then she started crying. So I gave her the rest of my life and a new phone case. So that's... We're trying to add a little more responsibility into our lives. So we actually got a dog. Yeah. It was interesting though, because we were trying to decide what dog we wanted. You know, because like I grew up with small dogs. You know, something I can cuddle, sit on my lap. You know what I mean? But she grew up with big dogs, and her argument the whole time was, well, Avery, you don't understand. A big dog, we could use that for protection. A big dog would be great for protection. So what we did is we compromised. We got a medium-sized dog, and we gave him a gun. So, yeah. I actually, that literally is just a lie for the joke. We have 2 cats. I'm a cat person. Yeah. That's harder to admit. That's a little more shameful to admit, because my parents, they didn't raise me like that, you know? They raised me a little bit better than that. Like, we ate dinner at a dinner table every night. Me and my dad played catch. That's dog person raising behavior. You know what I mean? That's cat person behavior is like your parents didn't let you outside, you know? They never signed a permission slip, even to the library. It was like there was nothing, you know what I mean? And lizard person behavior, those parents lived in 2 separate houses, you know? He didn't take the divorce well. That's why he got Draco, you know? I don't know. I appreciate you guys coming out. It's pretty interesting. I know I'm a silly guy. And I like being silly. I think this is my personality. I'm not afraid to hide it. The one place where being silly doesn't work, bedroom. Yeah, bedroom. And the thing is, I tried to do some self-improvement. I went on Esquire.com, and they said, you got to be an animal in bed. Women want an animal in bed. So I tried to take that advice to heart, you know what I mean? That night, me and my wife, we were getting intimate. Then I thought about the article. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do this. So I'm going to close my eyes. And the next thing I said to her was, and then I stole her french fries and flew away. I don't know. I appreciate you guys coming out. This is really cool for me. I'm going to let you in on a little something. My parents didn't believe in my dream. They called it stupid, a waste of time, and a waste of money. Oh, stand-up isn't my dream, by the way. I want to go whale watching in every state. You guys don't like that joke? It's one of my favorites. I go out and that joke doesn't work 9 out of 10 times. I don't care. I love it. Now, also give it up for all the other comics that you saw tonight. Cliff, Lorenzo, Mo Green for hosting the hell out of this thing, right? Yeah. Ryan Oliphant, I think that's how you say it. All right. This is gonna be tough. I had a personal moment of weakness coming here today. Me and Ryan, we were walking here today, and I saw him walking behind me, and then I started to cross the street to the other side. And then I heard his voice, and I was like, oh no, I'm fine, never mind. He's gay, it's fine. Also, I'm glad we were able to get past the fact that the only white guy came at the end. That's just, is anyone else a little uncomfortable about that? Like, no one ever eats a sundae and be like, I'm gonna leave the whipped cream last. You know what I mean? That's, I don't know. I love doing stand-up. It's amazing. It's my favorite thing to do. It's been amazing for my self-esteem. It's just like, it's my thing. Like, I don't know. Like, the one time I was doing a joke at a club, and I was doing a joke about how fat I was, and a lady stands up. She's like, actually, you're not that fat. Which, wrong time, but it was a very nice thing that she said. And then I did another joke about, like, how ugly I was, and a different lady stands up, and she was like, actually, you're not that ugly. Once again, wrong time. And then I was doing a joke about how straight I was, and my old camp counselor stands up. He's like, actually, anyway, all right, this is... Guys, come on. It's a classy show. We're in the elbow room. So my parents are amazing. My parents are really, really, really cool. And I give them a lot of credit because my parents had 2 brilliant children, then they had me. And you can't brag about 2 out of your 3 kids, you know what I mean? They tried their best to try to slip me in the back. They'd be out with their friends and be like, well, hey, Travis, he's in med school. Ethan made Dean's List, and Avery, he's pre-diabetic, so big things, all of them. There's a really interesting trend with my family, with me and my brothers. There are 3 of us, and I'm the youngest. And it's a really neat trend where we all get bigger and dumber as we get younger, you know? Like my oldest brother, he's 5'8", and he's a doctor. That's a very impressive job, but that's pretty short for a guy, you know? And then my middle brother, he's 6 foot and he's a chiropractor. That's a great job too, normal height. And I'm 6'3", and I limped out of high school with a D average. My parents said they wanted 6 kids. Thank God they stopped with me. Could you imagine that 6th kid? And they're like, this is our 6th son, Thud Quinn. He's 6'11", he can lift a semi-truck, but don't ask him to read or he'll get mad. You know, it's... My parents moved to Florida. I had to help my parents move to Florida, and I was helping my dad move, and I found a box of the Cosmopolitan magazine. Do you guys know what Cosmopolitan magazine is? Yeah. For those of you that don't know, it's this old like sex tips magazine. They had stacks of them. That's bad, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an adult. I'm fine with the thought of my parents having sex, but I don't need to know they're trying one of the 10 ways he can please a man while using his nipples. You know what I mean? That's too much. Yeah. I got married, so I have in-laws now. And I'm trying to adjust to that, you know what I mean? Like, New Year's, my father-in-law, he texted me, and he goes, welcome to the family. We couldn't be happier to have you. Happy New Year's. I love you. And he never texted I love you before. I was struggling. I didn't know how to handle that, so I was like, thank you for making me feel so welcome. I love you. And I meant to put 2, but for some reason it autocorrected to more. Just sent. Didn't know what to do. And then he liked it. He gave me the little yellow thumb. I didn't know what to do with that, so I just gave him another yellow thumbs up. And then he hearted that. So I sent him a heart. He liked that. And then I just sent him a dick pic. Yellow thumbs up. All right. My family's amazing. There's one thing that they're a little behind the times on. That's tattoos. Like my grandparents told me in their generation, you got a tattoo for 3 reasons. You were a firefighter, you were a sailor, or you were in the military. In my generation, we get a tattoo if we have a free afternoon, you know? I do like watching those 2 generations meet though. Just an older guy's like, see this tattoo right here? Marines, Vietnam, 64 to 68. And then my generation's like, oh yeah? Marching band, Northwest High, 2012 to 2015. Woodwinds. My mom hates tattoos though, man. She hates tattoos. She always told me growing up, if I ever got a tattoo, she would drag me to a doctor's office and demand they laser remove it on the spot. That's why I want to get a tattoo that says, my mom supports St. Jude's Children's Hospital. All right, thank you guys. I'm Avery Quinn. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
That was the show. I do this every month. Our next one is February 22nd. Next one after that is March 22nd. Anybody that ordered tickets, I got your emails. You can check I got a Scantron up there. You can scan my link tree, follow me, all that good shit. Got t-shirts if anybody's interested. Everybody need Mo Green, whether it's Money, Marijuana, or me. It's only $20. Like I said, we do this. Clap it up for all the comedians tonight. Cliff Muller, Lorenzo Perez, Ryan Oliphant, Avery Quinn, your host Mo Green. Y'all have a great night. Y'all had the laughs. Not tomorrow, y'all need to get to fucking. Peace.
Well, that's the first time you've seen a good show. You see how I do the damn thing. You good. See, you see me host.
I see you hosting.
You see me host.